Jesus' invitation to us as we come to faith is not simply for ourselves, but it is for others. And we see that in Scripture, where he calls us to care for the poor and the oppressed. And from early on in Kortright's history, we have had a People's Assistance Committee of Kortright, better known as PAC, the PAC Fund. Now, back in the day, when we passed the plate, once a month, we would pass it a second time and take an offering that was designated for this sort of benevolent work of helping those in need that came to our attention. Since we no longer do that, that may have fallen off your radar, that PAC even exists. And so today we want to talk a little bit about what PAC is and what it's about. So, Betty, in your words, Betty is our point person here at Kortright for PAC. Betty, what is PAC about? What is the focus of the ministry?
Well, the focus is just helping those who are struggling or in need, physically, emotionally, in a tangible way. So sometimes it's just a one-time assistance that PAC meets once a year for individuals. They can self-refer or be referred by someone else. But such things as like they can't meet a hydro bill, or there's a medical need, or just a number of different things. So we're there to help and walk alongside of them and give that assistance.
Mm-hmm. I notice here in the policy, it's only to be used to help people out in emergency situation, not to be used to provide a monthly supplement. It can be provided for food, medical bills, rent, hydro, telephone payments, car expenses, and or counseling, but not meant to duplicate the services of any other agency. So that's sort of the framework there. Mm-hmm. So how would somebody go about accessing that? What's the process?
Well, the process is, as coordinator, there's only actually the coordinator and the lead pastor who are kind of this little committee. The referral comes to me, and then I will just kind of do an interview to assess their needs and find out where they're at and what's available. And then I'll meet with or talk with Pastor Grant and to see if they really meet all the criteria. And then it's very low key, and we just take it from there. I think there is, a set amount. I think we don't go over 250 unless we go through session for further funding. It's available and it's nice to have,
Yeah. Your description reminds me about how confidential this ministry is. It's truly only Betty and Pastor Grant who would be aware of who is receiving this. Session gets a general report of so many people have come, and we've had so many requests, but it's a highly confidential ministry. And referrals?
We don't get a lot of referrals. We're maybe 2 or 3 per year. Like we used to get more in the past. Like PAC's been going on since 1983, 84, and it's mainly under the leadership of Barb Merrilees. But I've been in coordinating for the past 5 years.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, Betty. One of the ministries of PAC is a little bit more visible, and you'll know at Christmas time, if you've been around Kortright for a while, a Christmas tree, a little green tree appears with little white slips of paper written on it that it might say coffee or flower or pumpkin or other things that you might find in a Christmas hamper. Tell us about the Christmas hamper ministry.
Oh, that's a delight to my heart. We have a little tree with tags, about 50 odd tags, 10 per little clip. And so people just take off a tag and buy that food item and put it in the hamper. And after 4 or 5 weeks, we collect all the groceries and we make up hampers to give to those who have been referred to us, those in our community, those in our congregation. And we've also incorporated the food bank people last year, and we hope to do that more so this year as well.
Betty, that wonderful little green Christmas tree you put up, I think of as the analog version of our Christmas hamper ministry. But there's a digital version as well. Tell us about that.
Oh, there is. A lot of people aren't able to come to the service in person. And so we do have available the same little tree, only in different format online. And with little X's you can put down for the same
Items.
food items that are available on the tag tree. So I think there's about 5 of each of the grocery items on the online tree and 10 on the virtual tree. So hopefully that makes 15 hampers, so it'd be nice to see all those tags gone.
How many hampers have we typically been giving?
Yeah, around 10 to 12. Like last year, I think there were 13. We hope to increase that. So we really encourage people to participate in this ministry. It's really worthwhile, and it's a joy to be a part and to give.
And how can people at Kortright get involved with the hamper ministry?
Well as providing food for the hampers, we also need volunteers to sort the groceries when they're ready, and then to pack them into boxes and to deliver them. And I kind of coordinate the times with those receiving the hampers when we would ask for delivery. And
all right, so think about coming to help with the sort. Think about how you could contribute. Think about referrals. Keep your antennas up if you know of people who you think would truly benefit by that. I want to circle back to the question of food, and certainly these hampers are primarily food-related items. But we talk about PAC meeting food needs, food emergency needs. That, of course, developed long before we had a food cupboard here. So how does the food cupboard interface with PAC relating to food needs?
at one time, we were only doing it for the congregation, but we've opened that up to the community and to those eligible through the food bank. And I think it's wonderful to be able to offer that and have it expand.
Yes. So if there are people with food insecurity questions, PAC is one option. The food cupboard is another option. And if the people had areas of need in both food and, say, medical or dental challenges, perhaps they'd go to Justin and the food cupboard for the food and come to PAC
For referral.
for referral, because we only do one referral per person per year.
Right.
Many ways that you can use your gifts, your abilities, your time, and your donations that can help this ministry of PAC. Thank you.